Hello, this is lesson 3.5, adding and subtracting like fractions. Please split your paper into 4 sections like you see on your screen, and when you're ready to begin, press play. Please pause now. Okay, now on the top left, I want you to write what you see on your screen onto your notes. Pause the video, and when you're ready to continue, press play. Please pause now. So the rules for adding and subtracting like fractions, step 1 says you're going to add or subtract those numerators using the same rules as integers. And then you're going to keep the denominator, and then step number 3, simplify if possible. So we're going to try some examples on the top right. So what I would like for you to do is copy what you see on your screen, and then also make sure that you skip the lines in between the problems. I put at least 2 lines in between each problem. Pause the video to do so, and then when you're ready to continue, press play. Please pause now. Okay, so now let's take a look at the first problem, -5/8 plus 11/8. So the rule is we're going to add or subtract using our rules for our numerators. So here, that -5/8, what I like to do is I like to always give the negative to the numerator. So I'm going to extend this bar and then put the negative on top. Okay, so now I'm going to have -5 plus 11, and it's going to be all over 8. Now -5 plus 11, because they're different signs, we subtract and we take the sign of the bigger number, so it's 6. So it's 6/8, and then we simplify. So here, both of these can be divisible by 2, or they are divisible by 2. So then once we simplify it, our final answer is going to be 3/4. Okay, now box your answer. Okay, now let's take a look at problem number 2. On problem number 2, we have mixed numbers, but they have like denominators. So in this case, it would be fine to just add the 2 whole numbers in front of the fractions, add these together. So the 1 and the 2. Okay, so we're going to add those together, we get 3. So that's going to be our whole number. And then for the fractions, we have 3/4 plus 3/4. So we're going to add the numerators. 3 plus 3 is 6. And we're going to keep the denominator. Now, this mixed number is not the proper way of writing it. Remember, you can't have an improper fraction inside a mixed number. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this fraction here, and we're going to make it a mixed number. So I'll just circle it like this. Okay, so 6/4 is going to be this. It's the same as 1 and 2/4. So we're going to write it like this. We have 3, oops, that doesn't look good, plus 1 and 2/4. We're going to add the 3 and the 1 together. And so here we're going to get 4 and 2/4, but for the 2/4, we're going to simplify it to 1/2. So now our answer is 4.5. Okay, now let's take a look at problem number 3. On number 3, it's subtraction. So when it's subtraction, remember, if you put it over the same denominator, here, I'll do this here. We have 5 minus 10 in the numerator, and then we have 15 in the denominator. We can't do 5 minus 10 unless we do keep, change. So it's going to be 5 plus -10. Now we can go ahead and solve that problem. 5 plus -10 is -5. And then we keep the denominator. And then we simplify. These two are both divisible by 5. Okay. And then our answer, simplified, will be -1/3. In that simplest form. Okay, now let's take a look at the last problem, number 4. On number 4, we have a subtraction problem. So again, we want to change it to addition. We're going to do keep, change. And I'm going to just do that right on top of this problem. I'm not going to rewrite it since I don't have a lot of space. I keep the first mixed number and then change. Okay, so now we have same signs. So the rule for adding same signs is you add the two fractions and then you keep the sign. So we're going to do that. So with the -2 and the -4, we're going to go ahead and add them. Okay, you get 6. And then the 3/7 and the 5/7, we're going to add those. You get 8/7. Okay, and here's our negative. So it stays negative. Now the 7/8, okay, because this is not a proper mixed number, you can't have an improper fraction. We're going to make this a mixed number, 8/7, and that's going to be 6. Oh, can I squeeze it in here? 6, and then plus, this is 1 and 1/7. Now I know it says -6, but the -6 goes on at the very end. So we want to do this first, and then we want to put the negative. So it might be helpful if you just, in your notes, put parentheses around this, and then put the negative on the outside, okay? Because we know our answer in the end has to be negative because we said that at the beginning. 2 negative numbers is going to stay negative. So I'm just going to fix this mixed number that's weird. I'm going to make it proper. And then I'll put the negative on at the end. So then it's going to be -7 and 1/7, okay? And that's our answer. Okay, and now we're going to go to the third box in our notes. So I want you to copy what you see on your screen, put it onto your notes, pause the video, and when you're ready to continue, press play. Please pause now. Okay, so here we're going to deal with algebraic expressions, and we have for number 5, a minus b. So we're going to replace it with the fractions underneath. We're going to write 3/8 minus, and then b is -5/8. So I'm going to put in parentheses, -5/8. Okay? And remember, with subtraction, we're going to do keep, change, change. I'm going to squeeze that in. Keep, change, change. So it's going to be plus positive. So now it's just an adding problem. So then here we're going to have 8 in the denominator, and then in the numerator you're going to have 3 plus 5. Okay, well that just equals 8/8, and we always want to simplify, and the answer here is just 1. Okay, last one, number 6. On this one now it's b minus a. So we're going to write that. We're going to write b. We're going to write the fraction -5/8, okay? And then minus a, which is 3/8. Okay, so now let's keep, change, change again because it's subtraction. So it's -5/8 plus -3/8. So here we're going to get -8/8, which on this one simplifies to -1. And that's it. That's all for your notes. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.